America. This is American Street Politicians. I'm your host, Lance Gardner. Please let me introduce today's panel members. We have Christy Rose with us. How are you today, Christy
good.
Rose?
How are you?
Good to see you
Good
again.
to see you too.
We got Juanita. How are you today, Juanita?
I'm well.
All right.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Well.
And of course, we have B. Cruz with us as always.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. So here at American Street Politicians, we like to bring you the topics, the real, what's happening in our country, and we want to talk about it from a streets perspective because we have concerns from the streets. So please, ladies and gentlemen, let's roll right into it because we want to talk about some serious stuff today. Drum roll, please. Prescription medicine. What is going on with our medicine? You know, we go to the doctor, we go to our emergency rooms, they prescribe us what they feel is going to help us with our situation, but is it really helping us, or is someone getting paid for giving us something that we don't need? I'm sick on my left, you giving me medicine from the right, now I'm messed up. Say it again.
The placebo effect.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So placebo effect is, I could give you sugar pills and tell you that it's
Penicillin.
It's penicillin or aspirin, and I could give you sugar pills, and you would think you're taking aspirin. You're thinking that you're taking penicillin, and all of a sudden you start to feel better because you think it's the medicine you're taking, even though it's sugar pills and has nothing to do with healing anything. That's the placebo effect, and they've actually done research and tested studies that sometimes the pain and illnesses that we feel are in our heads, and like they'll just give people sugar pills sometimes to get done and over with, and won't actually address the root cause of the problem because they're like, oh, it's all in your head. It's all psychological.
So I'm psychologically messed up. So I don't need no real medicine. Just go ahead and trick my mind. Ain't that something?
Yeah, like I was reading an article who was doing a study, and they had like two different groups, and like these groups of people had the same exact illness, and they gave one the actual medicine and one the sugar pills as a placebo group, and the one with the actual medicine stayed the same, and the one with the placebo, people started automatically feeling better.
Wow.
Because they thought they were getting better. And I'm like,
it's a mind thing.
I was like, okay, but now,
apparently,
what if they had an actual underlying cause, and you tricked them to think that they were getting better and they died?
Right. Has anybody ever came across an incident where someone you know may have went to the hospital, got some medicine, and it made them worse?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually me. I was taking medicine for this allergy that I had. And it turns out I was allergic to the medication that the doctor gave me. And I became 103 for temperature. I became bright red. I was sick for 3.5 months. It was horrible. Yeah,
that's why it's really good for you to know like your allergies and things that does not really coincide with you, because I had an incident as a younger man, and I went to the doctor, and the doctor prescribed me something. I'm not gonna say just in case you're trying to get me one day, but
don't do that to my boy.
It made me worse. You know, it was a counter effect of what I was already dealing with. So now I know when I go to the doctor or the emergency room, I have to say, hey, I can't handle this kind of medicine or that kind. Don't put that in my stuff because it's gonna make me worse.
Even when you go to the doctor and you're like, oh, I'm allergic to this, this, and this, and this, and then they'll turn around and ask you, well, why are you allergic to it?
Yeah.
And it's like, how many doctors do I have to go and explain this to when it's already there in my charts?
Right.
That part. Okay, great.
And I'm just like, you can see what prescriptions I can take. You can see what prescriptions I can't take. Why are you asking me to repeat it 1,000 times?
Yeah. And you're the doctor, so y'all should be keeping track of my chart.
Yeah.
That's real.
Medicine. Do y'all think it's a money thing? Do you think
I think it's definitely a money thing. It's a real diluted situation. Number one, doctors are still people, and so people do have some type of responsibility to themselves to know. You know, we put it on the doctor. You're the doctor. Don't you know my medical record? It's you. Don't you know your own medical history? A lot more than you should be relying on the doctors.
Correct.
And a lot of doctors are under pressure of the money thing. So they're on their jobs too. They may not want to prescribe these certain medicines. They may not prescribe to certain practices, but because they are under the hospitals that they work for, the clinics that they work for, the political establishment who sponsors their businesses, then yeah, it all still comes under money. You know, the money, the people that come in and they bring the different medications that they want them to prescribe to
the
people.
Pharmaceutical representative.
Correct. And so they're all pushing their money, pushing their drugs.
Right.
They're legalized drug dealers.
Something on Netflix.
Yeah, and it's literally without whatever giving it away, but that was literally it kind of shows a female, and that's her dilemma. She's actually seeing like, oh damn, like yeah, I like this job and it comes with perks, but wow, I'm actually seeing the benefit. Like life-wise, her life is blowing up because she's good at her job at the same time.
At the pharmaceutical rep?
Right. But at the same time, ethically, she had a problem with it. Morally, she's seeing what it's doing. So, yeah. And
that I'm a legalized drug dealer at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm pushing this stuff, and
like,
it might not necessarily do. A lot of that stuff even creates other ailments, so now they need more drugs.
That's when you have to like ask yourself, at what point does a pharmacist and a pharmaceutical representative become a legalized drug dealer? Like how far?
Yeah, how far?
How far? Or is it like a gray zone?
I think it is a gray zone.
Because
that's why you have to make sure you're looking at your doctors, your nurses, not just accepting any doctor, accepting any hospital, like really doing your research, really making sure that you trust in this person, you trust in this hospital, you trust in their practices. Because it is a gray zone. We're kind of out there. You don't know which doctor is just pushing this at you, which one is like pushing illegal stuff at you.
And it's like, then it goes to like hospitals and free clinics.
Okay.
And they give out prescriptions at free clinics too. But then again, like you said, watching your nurses and your doctors, like those doctors at the free clinic, like, are they just trying to fill a quota? Are they just trying to meet their status for the day?
Right. Are they the angels that are really doing pro bono work for their communities?
Yeah. Are they doing pro bono work, or are they trying to be an angel of death and just put you out of your mission?
Right. All that plays a big part. I think a lot of people, like you said, don't rely on the doctor.
Right.
Do your research, Google, read a book, find out what works for you. What may work for you may not work for the next person. Then there's always natural herbs and things that you can do. We are people of the herbs, so before you start taking all these chemical pills that's made in a lab, hey, you just might need to eat a grain of dirt.
Hey,
chop it up.
I grew up eating mud pies as kids. I'm not dead yet.
Hey, sometimes we gotta get back to Mother Earth. So there you have it on our prescription medicine, y'all. So please know your body, know what makes you sick, know what gives you allergies, because they're
practicing medicine. They're practicing.
Yeah.
Meaning they are not
perfect.
Correct.
Yeah.
They are not perfect, and new
Make
things
mistakes.
are coming out every day. It might not even be a medicine mistake. It could be just that something's not, they don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
So we definitely have to keep educating ourselves.
Definitely. So please DM us, chime in with us on Instagram at American Street Politicians. If you have some information for us that we don't know, please drop us a line. Let's talk about it and let's get the word out on our medicine. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will end our episode for today. I would like to thank Christy Rose for coming out, kicking it with us. Juanita, thanks for coming, chilling with us. And B. Cruz, thanks for coming. Good morning, America. And next time, see you later. American Street Politicians. Bye.